Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. I feel like it's been a while since I've sat and chatted to you like this, but it may not have been, but that's by the by. Today we're bringing back what I think is like an old favourite of mine personally, and that is the spotlight on videos. If you don't know what they are, basically we're going to go through what is on at a theatre of my choice over the next couple of months, and this time we are going to look at the Wolverhampton Grand. So if you want to know what I'm excited about seeing over the next few months at the Grand, stick around and we'll get into it in 2 whole seconds. So, like I said, I have done these in the past, and the amusing thing about these videos since I last did one is that there is now a video podcast that the Grand do, and they call it Spotlight. I was like, are we just like friends? I kind of borrowed their name in a way prior to the podcast starting, because the first one of these I ever did was for the Wolves Grand, and I used their like program magazine, which is and was and is called Spotlight. So I thought it was a good name, but it amuses me now that there is a video podcast out there in the world that is also called Spotlight. I just want the Grand to be my friend. Anyway, that is by the by. Like I said in the introduction, this is basically a look through what is coming up at the Wolves Grand over the next few months. I've been trying to decide when to cut it off. I think I'm going to do February to May. Feels like a good time period. But here is what is coming up, and what I plan to watch and what I might not watch, and I may give reasons why. So we're going to start with what is up next week. By the time this video goes up, it will be like the next day that the show goes into it. It is Rocky Horror Picture Show, or the Rocky Horror Show, and it is on between the 6th and the 10th of Feb. It has a BSL performance on the 10th of Feb at 5:30, and that is also when the audio described performance is, so they've done the two together. Has an age guidance of 14. I have never seen the Rocky Horror Show. I have a friend who has seen it multiple times, and initially there was like a back burner plan that we'd go and watch this together, and then he rudely decided that he was going to go to work. So I am possibly going alone, but I'm really scared because I don't know what the situation is in regards to how people get at that show. I've heard that it gets quite vocal, and being on my own in a room where people are like doing call and response with the people on stage, is it something that's okay to go and watch on your own? Because it's not something I feel I can take my mother to, who is usually my +1, if you will, if I go and see something at the Grand. But like I said, it's on between the 6th and the 10th, so I've still got a little bit of time to decide. We shall see. You may have a video on it next week. If I chicken out, then it's only me to blame. After Rocky Horror Show, there is a few one-off shows. The next tour that moves in is 222, A Ghost Story, that is on between the 20th of Feb and the 24th of Feb. I will probably not go to that. I have, for however long it's been on, not had a massive interest in seeing that show. I don't like scary things. I don't like to be scared, whether it be a loud noise, a jump scare, whatever. It's not my bag. It's not good for my nerves. And I just have avoided that show and will continue to, because I don't like to be scared. I don't like ghost stories. I like happy ending shows. I like happy ending stories. I predominantly watch like rom-coms and comedies when it comes to films and when I'm reading books. And yeah, it is coming in, like I said, between the 20th of Feb and the 24th of Feb, but you shall not see me there. But Godspeed to you all and enjoy the show. After that, however, there is Six Musical, and that is on between the 27th of Feb and the 3rd of March. Now, I know that Wolves Grand usually go hard for Six and it sells out spectacularly, so whether there is a ticket left, it's still saying book now, so I'm assuming there is. I quite enjoy Six. The last time I did see Six, which has been a while now, was just before COVID hit in 2020. It was my penultimate show. I saw Six on the Friday night. I saw Book of Mormon on tour the Saturday matinee, and then the Monday after we were put into full lockdown. So I feel like it's only right to go back to Six on tour and at the Wolves Grand, and then slowly dip my toe into the West End version, which I actually haven't seen in the West End since it was at the Arts the first time round. I haven't been to any of the theatre to see Six in London, which is crazy because it's had such a journey since I last saw it. But like I said, between the 27th and the 3rd of March for that one. After that is another one I'm definitely looking into getting a ticket for, and that is Bonnie and Clyde, which is on between the 5th of March and the 9th of March. Like I said, I'm interested to see it. Never saw it in London. The stories I heard of the audiences and crowds at that show scared me a little bit, and I also, in my head, I'm pretty sure there's going to be something like a loud bang situation, but the music that I've heard in the past is lovely, and I kind of want to go and see it now it's coming closer to me. So yeah, I'm very interested to check it out, and we hope for good things. We hope for good things. After that, again, there's a few one-off things. After that, the next tour to move in is the Awful Auntie. Auntie? I say auntie, but it came out of my mouth and it was like, that's not a word. It is. Awful Auntie. Awful Auntie. Tomato, tomato. It's the David Williams book. It's been put into a live stage show. It's on between the 28th of March and the 31st of March. I probably, I'm not in the country. Think of it, I was gonna be like, I could go. I can't. I'm not in the country. I am on my holidays. So that one is out. But it's going to be on during the Easter holidays, which is a cracking idea, because why not take your little people to go and see some live theatre on holiday whilst like they're on their school holidays. Just throwing it out there. The next show on a long week run, or a week-long run would be the correct way of saying that, between the 16th of April and the 20th of April, is The Boy at the Back of the Class. I have heard so much about this recently. I've just had a quick read through the synopsis. Basically, it is about a boy who sits at the back of the class, and that child has come from a war-torn country. It just sounds so lovely. It sounds such a nice story. It is apparently based on a book. and I'm actually really interested to see that. I'm very intrigued. And I will be back in the country by then, so why not? After the Boy at the Back of Class, between the 23rd of April and the 27th of April is Life of Pi. Definitely on my list. I think I wrote it on my list when I wrote my ultimate theatre list of the year. I missed it in the West End and I'm very intrigued. I've never read the book, never watched the film, but I'm very intrigued to see how it's performed on a stage. I believe, did they do something at the Olivier's last year? Or was that a dream of mine? They did a TV performance of it and it looks stunning, so I'm interested to see how it is portrayed on an actual stage. So I'm very excited about that, and like I said, 23rd of April to the 27th of April. Between the 1st of May and the 4th of May is a local society who are the WBOS, which I believe stands for West Bromwich Operatic Society. They are performing Love Never Dies between the 1st of May and the 4th of May. I am really intrigued how that is going to go on a stage. I saw the concert version of Love Never Dies at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane. My room was like, is it the Palladium or is it somewhere else? Because so many concerts go to the Palladium, but that was at Theatre Royal Drury Lane. I love the music of that show. The story is questionable, but I'm quite intrigued to see how it is portrayed on a stage, especially by one of the local theatre groups. Like I said, I think I've probably said it twice, but 1st of May to the 4th of May. And there is where I'm going to cut it off. There is shows announced by the Grand for a while after that, so if you want one of those further on in the future, I can do. I'm not going to put it together now, I'm not going to carry on, just because there's always chance for an edition or two into the Grand's time, but safe to say we have some absolutely great tours coming up between May and next year. It's not even like May and September, no, we are booking all the way into, I think, April 2025, which is Dear Evan Hansen. That's crazy to think that that's got quite the life ahead of it. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I enjoy doing these because it reminds me that I need to splurge some cash and get some tickets, because at the current time I have nothing like concrete in the books to watch. I was talking to my friend Mark the other day and he was like, I haven't really got anything to see, but I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, I literally have nothing to see. There are things in my head that I want to watch, but they haven't come into fruition yet. But hopefully February is going to be an exciting month of theatre. January did well. We saw 3 shows. That was good. But it's going to get better. Things can only get better, as the 90s pop band Dream said. And on that note, I'm going to leave this video here and say thank you very much for watching. Let me know if there's any other theatres you want me to do this for. I do like to do them occasionally. It's nice to do it as a reminder for myself to get some tickets for things, but also nice to share the love and share some suggestions of theatre you might want to see if you are in the local area. Or if you're not and you've watched this video, then it might give you an idea to go and look it up at your local theatre. But anyway, I'm going to leave you here and say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back for more next time. And yeah, I love you all lots and I shall see you next time. Bye.